ask a little true. I'd like to know your point of view.
Hello, everyone. I've told the story of how I had a stress-related heart attack as a young, otherwise healthy mother of two little kids back in 2001. And, since then I've had an enormous respect for the mind and body connection and the danger of chronic stress. Some of the tips on managing stress. If not much bothers you, then you can just kind of give your body what it's asking for. Let your brain turn off for a while. If it says I want to watch TV and veg out, grab a light book, maybe even talk to someone else about their life. Just get your mind off wherever the stress is coming from for long enough for you to be clear-headed. If you internalize stress, you become increasingly tense, you lose sleep, or you sleep too much, you eat too little, you snap at people for no reason that they're responsible for. It's just you're snapping at them because of your stress. Then you need to override what your natural tendencies are telling you to do. The first step is really identify when you are entering a stress mode so that you are not blindsided and miserable before you have time to do something about it. When it comes to stress, prevention is really, truly so much better than cure. When it comes to stress, prevention is way better than cure. Exercise is your ally. Exercise is your ally when it comes to stress. It relieves pressure, it produces endorphins, it helps to maintain self-esteem during some of the more stressful events that may be causing you to doubt yourself. And I want to tell you too that I am a work in progress myself. I don't profess to say that I am perfect in all this stuff at all. I am not. I strive to improve these things myself because I'm not the greatest at it. I tend to tell myself, "Oh, I'm handling stress just fine," and then sometimes I can realize that maybe not. What happens to me, I tend to turn it inside and get depressed. That's what I tend to do with stress. Eat your fruits, veggies, protein, whole grains, and this is the thing too, is that when you're stressed out, this is when you're tempted to eat the bad stuff. I get a sweet tooth, or at least that's the thing that, has been my more recent thing. But, you really want to monitor your alcohol intake. You want to monitor your, drugs, alcohol, and sugar, things that really, really, mess with your brain. I think certain things were put on this planet, but on the earth for us to use. And even, dark chocolate has a feel-good quality in it. Don't eat boxes and boxes of chocolate, but certainly have some dark chocolate. That kind of stuff. Everything in moderation. Everything in moderation is fine. A-okay by me. Okay. Don't sleep all day, because I'm sure you've had this experience where the more you sleep, the more you have to sleep. That for sure definitely happens. You're a person who needs their sleep, and you're having a hard time getting sleep. Create a sleep ritual. Create a wind down ritual so that you can start a little bit ahead of time, and just do it. With bath and brush your teeth and a story and a prayer, and that was our bedtime routine. And it was sort of they knew sleep was coming. It was comforting. It was sort of baby yourself. Some of those things I think are really great. I think a bath is great. I think maybe writing in a gratitude journal, and I think that that's a great thing. Eating and drinking right up to bedtime can disrupt your sleep, so just be careful with that. And journaling is always great, and prayer is always great. Talk it over with your higher power. I call my higher power God, and I believe that his favorite prayer is, "God, please help me." That is the best prayer that there is. And then have faith that help is coming. Know that you're going to get through whatever it is, and that whatever is happening for some reason. Look for the reason and learn it rather than looking for ways to escape it that ultimately only create more stress. Know that you have what you need to do what you must do, and you're not alone. And know this too. Know that something isn't necessarily wrong because something bad happened. This life here that we were put here to live was not supposed to be a cushy little experience on a fluffy cloud. We were put here for struggles. We were put here for problems and to learn our way through it, to learn things and learn skills. That's why we're here. So it's okay. It's okay if, bad things happen. And problems are where we learn. You don't learn anything when things are all going great. And sometimes part of what you need to learn is to be self-soothing, to be comforting, to parent yourself and to take good care of yourself and to love yourself anyway. Love yourself even in the hardest of times. Self-compassion is a wonderful skill. And also self-compassion is a skill that you must have in order to have compassion for other people. You know, this is something a lot of codependents get wrong. We think that we can give compassion and love to all kinds of other people without giving it to ourselves. And it's a fallacy. We really can't. And we especially can't if we are not getting it from, if we don't get love from anyone else. If we are being taken from by everyone around us. We're surrounded by narcissists, and then we only give and we don't have anywhere to fill back up. We will eventually end up having a heart attack, just like I did, or something else. Something else will happen, but it won't be good. You can't. Your body will eventually talk back. Your body eventually will say no. Trust me, I know. Get support. This is the next thing on the list. Get support. Delegate. And then let people do things their own way, okay? You know, neurotics make the world go round, you know what I mean? Neurotics have, they're not hurting people. Neurotic people are not hurting anybody. Neurotic people are hurting themselves mostly. But neurotic people have a conscience. Neurotic people are really responsible and basically really good people. We just have to back it off a little, be a little bit not so hard on ourselves, be a little bit letting someone else take responsibility for some things. And in this case, we're talking about delegate some things and, you know, letting people do them their way. Things don't have to be done perfectly. They don't have to be done your way isn't necessarily perfectly. As long as it gets done, you know, done your way. It doesn't have to be done, you know, just let it go. And the more you live life and the more things that happen in your life, the more you're able to really put perspective on what's a little thing, what's a big thing. Most things are little things. Really, most things are little things. Most things are little things. They're not big deals. So really no reason to cause yourself stress, and certainly no reason to have a heart attack over it. The fascinating thing about stress is that it is largely self-induced. You can't choose what happens all the time, but you can choose the way you react to it. How you react says a lot about who you are, and I believe that the universe arranges ways to bring each of us into our truest and best selves. You may find that you're reacting differently to stress results in fewer stressful events in your life because you learned that lesson. This is the fascinating thing. Since this won't happen overnight, find activities that are soothing to you, distracting when needed, and happiness-inducing. Take a walk, do some art, volunteer, turn up the music, sing, dance, privately or with your family. Get some physical contact with someone you love. Hold hands, hug, make love, go for a drive just for the change of scenery, watch a funny movie, laugh out loud. Find a way to focus on something else, and you may find you feel better and more able to find creative solutions to the problem causing you stress. Right now, there are so many free things you can do. Go drive around, look at the lights, look at the Christmas lights people put up on their houses. Go window shopping. Time to volunteer. There's all kinds of places that want volunteer help, and especially if you're feeling lonesome. If you're feeling lonesome, the best thing to do is go be there for someone else who's lonely, who's alone. That's a great cure for loneliness. Stay in reality. Most of the problems in our lives never actually happen. You know, I'm even saying that even though a lot of things have happened to me, but most of the things don't happen. You know, we spend a lot of time stressed out over what could happen, dreading our worst fears. When you feel stressed out, it is important to look at the situation realistically. And of course, you know, my saying is embrace reality. Embrace reality is a big one. And so always do that. It's always embrace reality. Look at things as they really are, not worse than they are and not better than they are. And then as soon as you've done that, find a way to look at it better than it is. So you know where you really are, but you can imagine it better, and then you can start figuring out ways to get from here to there. Denial caused my heart attack. And then I became frozen in fear about what was going to happen to my children. At the lowest time in my life, I never knew how I was going to pay the upcoming rent or buy groceries when our food ran out. But I realized that we were never hungry. We never went hungry. We had a warm place to sleep every night. We always did. I feared an uncertain future, but in the present we were always okay. I started to replace fear with gratitude, and that made all the difference. It wasn't long, and money was no longer a problem in my life at all. I had learned that lesson. And if you can stay grateful, even grateful for the challenge that you're in, and write that down on your gratitude list. I'm grateful for the challenge that I'm in. I'm grateful for these obstacles. They will change. I promise you. These are tried and true techniques here. This is from my own experience. Really try. Put this away and use it whenever. It's great. This will get you through the holidays. It'll get you through dark times. It will get you through a narcissistic divorce. It will get you through a breakup. It will get you through a lot of the things, the struggles and the strains that we go through as narcissistic abuse victims. So, which is a particular kind of issue, it's specific and brutal in some of the things that we have to deal with. And so we need some special skills, we need some special tenors, we need some special awareness, because generally speaking, we tend to be sensitive people also. So, and we're given a big heap of doo-doo to have to deal with. And a lot of times also we have a lot of people in our life that are abusive. So it may be that the most sensitive people are getting the most abused and have the least support. And that happens very frequently to people like us. All right. Happy holiday. Okay. Talk with you later. Bye-bye.